woke up to a very disturbing video of two videos actually. School children, one in a classroom flooded with water. The other one, children in a mud classroom sitting on the floor and the teacher teaching them. No chairs. The other one, they had chairs, but the classroom was flooded and these children were being taught in that classroom by a sane teacher. And then the other one, the children were literally practically sitting on the ground in a mud classroom in Nigeria in the 21st century. It's so disheartening, and we're about to celebrate nearly 60 years of our independence. Until this moment, we have children schooling in a flooded classroom. We have children in a mud class sitting on the floor. And I'm asking myself, is education a scam in Nigeria? How do you sleep and wake when you use the resources meant for the public, meant for the development of the people, meant for infrastructural development of the people, educational development of the people, and you use it for your family, you use it for your trips, and then you comfortably go to sleep? I'm asking, how do you sleep? How do you wake up? How do you eat? How do you laugh? How do you function? How do you even make love? How do you have this on your conscience and then you can sleep? That our children in this 21st century are studying in a mud classroom, sitting literally on the floor, and the others are in a flooded classroom. When we are battling with diseases of the world, when we are battling with pneumonia, bronchitis, asthma, bronchitis, and all manners of respiratory problems, and then we have our children seated in the classroom with flooded water, dirty water, and then some are seated on the floor with all the infections that we are talking about eradication. This is not right. This is unfair. It is not good. There's no way you can justify this. This is the reason why our children are growing up hating the country. This is why our children are growing up despising the rulers. This is why our children are growing up rebellious. Because there's this kind of racism going on. It's like ethnic racism. It's like a class racism. You are up there, I'm down here. You are from this place, I'm from this place. How do you deal with that? This is the reason why there's a lot of anger and resentment, because a child grows up schooling in that kind of classroom, and then you have other kids who have the best of education. We have medical tourism. We have a class that can die because they cannot afford education, they cannot afford Medicare, but we have a class that can live because they can afford it, or because their parents are high up there, or because they belong to the political class. And you expect love, you expect unity, you expect peace. How does that work? It cannot work. It is time we stop this deceit, this self-deceit, this prison of deceit we've built for ourselves. We need to stop it. You cannot segregate. You cannot practice ethnic racism right in my front, and you expect me to love you, you expect me to adore you, you expect me to... It doesn't work. Why can't we give these children the basic education we need? Why do we keep telling them they are the leaders of tomorrow, when their beginning and foundation does not in any way depict the leadership of tomorrow, depict preparation for tomorrow's opportunity for them to take over the reins of this country? How do you do that? You know, sometimes I don't know how we think. You come out telling them you want to represent them. Okay, probably represent them in sharing their money. You talk about free education. Yes, some of you are giving free education, but I'm beginning to understand what the free education is. Free education, education free of knowledge, education free of intelligence, education free of brilliance, education free of infrastructural facilities and educational equipment that can help these children. That is it, the free education. Education free of salaries. Teachers are being owed every day. In fact, if there are people that should be taken care of in the best way possible, it should be teachers. The second set of people should be the police, the people on the force. We have undermined teachers in this country. We have undermined the police in this country, we've undermined the doctors in this country. And these are the most important sectors of the country: education, health, and security. And yet, we want these people to love us. You want them to serve you. You want these children to go serving their country, giving their life for this country. No, nobody would do that. It's time for us to do the right thing. It's time for us to put the money meant for the development of our people to use. It is not fair. Make it be you. When you do this thing, ask yourself if na you. If na your children where they study for ground, where water full. If your children where they see for ground, they study for mud class for this country. Kai, it no good. More na remember God, though. More na remember God. What will they do with all these allocations where they give? What will they do with all these budgets where they make? What will they do with them? I beg, if this corruption have been whatever it is, the corruption we are fighting is real. It's time to get to the root of it. I thank God for the social media. I thank God for this century. I thank God that these things will always come to light. This is not right. I'm telling you, ethnic racism is real. Educational racism is real in Nigeria. Medical racism is real in Nigeria. Security racism, everything. There's a class operating here and nobody's talking about it. And people like us will talk. They will either put you in prison or shut you up or kill you or do anything. But let me tell you something. You can't kill the truth. The truth will always be truth. All I'm asking is for us to fulfill the promises we made to these children. All I'm asking is for us to take care of these children. Because if we don't, we are living a legacy of rage, anger, resentment. We're living a legacy of confrontation, a legacy of rebellion. In vain you build a city if you do not first build a man. If you build a man, the man will keep the city. If you build the city without building the man will tear down the city. Let us do the right thing. Let us do the right thing.
All right. This is Inside the Confluence, and this is a community report. I'm reporting live from Apelu. It's a community in the Kina local government. Now, these are the students. And these students, as I speak with you, a little bit education is far away from them. Look at them sitting on the ground. Look at the mud house in this modern age and time. Now, look at the ceiling board there, which the teachers use as their board. Look at it, there is no chair. It's unfortunate that this is where we found ourselves. This is their board. Now, it is unfortunate that the government that is meant to take care of the people are not doing what is supposed to be done. Now, this student, as I speak with you, they're about to start their examination. And 2,450 naira is going to be their main challenges, and about 8 of them are going to be chased away. Now, this is how very, very little it is that they find it difficult to give their children education. I said it, that whosoever is involved in destroying the lives of Kogite, may his life be destroyed. Please, government, come to their aid. This is Apelu. Apelu is in the Kina ward and it's in the Kina local government. As I speak with you, so many people can't go to school because they lack that social amenity, which is their right. They are not begging. Their parents pay tax, and they pay all that is required of them. They also vote for the government. And now what is the government doing? It's unfortunate that this is where we found ourselves. Well, my name is Yunus Gabriel Enemali. I felt this must be reported, and that is why we have started. This is Community Report live from Apelu to you. There is no network, so I couldn't have gone live. Please pardon me, because as I speak with you, there is no network here. I have to record it so that I can post it to you. Now, when we move out, let's go. Now, this is the class of block where they go to school. Look at it. So we are not forming anything. It is real. And Apelu community, they have over 13 communities that spread long up to Oganenigu, but they lack just common educational, infrastructure. Please, government, come to their aid. Thank you very much. My name is Yunus Gabriel Enomali. Till I come away again from another quarter, Community Report continues.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I want to quickly drop this one on hashtag the wow effect, yeah? And I want to ask this EFCC people, please, I don't know, I've not read your constitution, I've not read your modus operandi, but I want to ask, is it only Yahoo boys that you guys catch? Is it only Yahoo boys that you're after? Because I've not seen you paraded anybody else, on social media or any write-up or any blog, like EFCC arrest ex-governor and jail him. EFCC arrest ex-senator and jail the person over money the person looted from the office that you occupied previously. But every now and then we see you parade Yahoo boys up at is now only there on a power day. Only Yahoo boys on a fit catch. I mean, they establish you to only catch Yahoo boys. I don't know. That's why I say I should just quickly drop this one and find out.